Now we're live.
Hi,
Good
everyone.
morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Gaetan.
Good morning, Kathy. Sunshine, Kathy.
I
Blue
can't
eyes.
hear you. We can't hear you.
What?
Nope, I don't hear you.
I hear myself here in the system.
Uh-oh. You
Let's.
can hear me, but I can't hear you.
It's
Nope.
working. My mic.
Nope, it's not on.
My microphone is working here.
Hi, Ellen. Can you hear us? Ellen, you're right there. Can you hear Gaetan? I can't hear him.
Can you hear me now? I have like
Nope. You might
full.
have to go out and then come back in again. I don't hear you.
Uh,
Oh, shoot.
okay.
Let
You
me
don't.
see
You
here.
don't
Let
hear
me
me
see
at
if it's
all.
showing on the page. You can hear both of us, Ellen?
Hello.
Oh,
Yes.
you hear us both. Okay, then I just can't hear you.
Oh.
Well, that's no good.
That's not good. It's your fault.
That's no good.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let me do something here. Gaetan, can you hear me now?
I hear you perfectly.
Nope. Okay. Gaetan,
I hear you perfectly.
talk now. I still can't hear you. Can
Yes.
you hear me now?
Okay. I hear
No,
you
I don't hear
perfectly.
you. Ah, what
You
the?
don't hear me. So
Here we go. Okay.
okay, Rico
Hello?
here. Everybody here, both of us, but
Hello?
Kathy cannot hear me. If you play your Facebook backup,
Hello? Hello? I
okay,
don't hear you, Gaetan.
I know I heard that.
Yeah, see, but we can't do the show if I can't hear him because I don't know what he's saying. So I'm not sure what to do here. Any suggestions, folks? I'm not sure what to do. We hear you all, we see you all, it's cute. Yeah, okay, but I can't hear him. Can you
Ah,
hear me now?
can you hear me now? Something
Nope. I'm
happened.
going to go out and I'm going to come.
Up, she left. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the joy of having live broadcasts. Everything was fine. I guarantee you, we tested before. Kathy was here like 25 minutes before we start the show. Eh, and we run the intro, and then all of a sudden, everything become berserk on our side. So bear with me. Um, Kathy will be back in a moment. Hopefully, with the sound, everything will be fine. We'll have a show carry on. I'm going to introduce you the topic while we're waiting for Kathy. This is our 26th week of live broadcast on Facebook, and now we're broadcasting also on YouTube. We're broadcasting. Kathy is back.
Okay.
Kathy,
I can hear you now. Yay!
yay, she's back. Okay, Kathy,
Yes.
why don't you introduce us the topic for today? I was about
Okay.
to start talking about the topic. I say it's our 26th week.
Yes, yes, it is. And it's our 6 months. And today we're going to do a complete recap of the moments that we thought were really the best. We thought that when we did our Empathy for Dogs show, we thought the show itself was very good, but there was one video that we did that really brought a lot of attention to people, and we talked about it. And we'll just give you an overview of what that was. Then we're going to talk about the Ronald McDonald House with Ellen and Barbara Lockwood and the miracle worker Rico and Callie. We'll talk about the angel Callie, how Rico helps her. Uh, then we're going to talk about Peter Rourke, Dr. Rourke from Dog is My Co-Pilot, and then about Lon Hodge, who I think you all know has Gander, who is a service dog, and the wonderful things that they have done. So, and then we're going to do a recap of what we did, what we've done, and where we're going in the future. Now, for those of you that don't know, right now we've had technical difficulties with Facebook on the Dog Connection TV show. We're not really certain, folks, that we're going to get the page back up and running again, but that's okay. because we have all the confidence in the world that we'll be able to bring our audience over to a Good Dog Day show. And we set up another page called The Dog Influencer, Kathy Tarochione. We'll explain a little bit about that to you later. But our original thought and where we've been going and what we're doing, nothing has stopped us and nothing ever will. We're dedicated to our fans and we always will be. And I'm on a mission. And hey, I know Sebastian is here and Bridget is here and um, Ellen is here and all of our friends are here. So thanks everyone for supporting us. We appreciate it.
We have Brigitte from Cape Town, South Africa.
That's Brigetti.
Bridget,
Brigetti.
Bridget.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
I've been in South Africa about 5 times, and
Yeah.
Cape Town is one of my favorite town in the world, and it's so spectacular. I love the people of South Africa. I love South Africa, and Cape Town is a very unique city. You have to see that at least once in your lifetime. I put that at the level of Rome, Paris, Cape
Yeah.
Town. Need to be seen at least once.
Well, Brigetti is one of those go givers. She's in all these different things. She's part of the Belivers group, and so is Sebastian. And they're both super, super go getters. They get a lot done. Ellen, you guys should all connect. You're all really communicated together. And oh, hi, Lise. That's my niece. She's here. Hi, honey.
And we have our friend from Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah.
Another nice city. I visited Melbourne about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and it Australia in general. People are so calm, so relaxed,
Yeah.
so nice, and interestingly, one thing I noticed in in Australia is on the sidewalk, people are very disciplined. They walk. If you go in one direction, you walk on the right side, on your right side of the sidewalk. So you go this way, you stick to the right side of the sidewalk. The people coming the other way, they stick to their right side of the sidewalk.
Yeah.
But there's no rule anywhere saying, "Hey, you have to be on the right side." If you go
Right.
to New York, it's a mass coming at you on both side of the sidewalk. You have to make your way in the middle in one way or the other,
Yeah.
and it's interesting to see that. We have also a friend Sanjit from India. I've been in India like 6 or 7 times in the past 40 years. I've been in Delhi. I've been in the north of India, and
I've
so
been in India too, and I
yeah,
got to meet Mother Teresa,
there's
as you remember. Yeah,
yes, a very unique moment there.
yeah. So it looks like we got a lot of people making comments. That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. So uh,
Oh, not right, left. Sebastian says.
yes, okay, your left, my right.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not talking about the traffic. I'm talking about the people on the sidewalk. Anyway, so it's cute to see that. Very interesting. I never
yeah,
saw that in any country anywhere in the world. Uh, Usually, you have to make your way around the people walking on the sidewalk. And anyway, you know what I mean.
yeah.
So why don't we start the show?
Okay, I think we're going to start with empathy for dogs. Again, folks, these are recaps. You probably have already seen some of this already, but these were the moments when we thought it was really good. We did a show, Empathy for Dogs, and the real question was, um, why is it that you can cry when you see a dog get hurt in a movie, but you don't necessarily cry when you see a human get hurt? And then also, why do people take pictures of dogs being abused or hurt or videos and they don't go to action? Why don't they do that? So this was our by far our best video in terms of views and responses. We had great interaction with people really commenting and wanting to know. But this was the one video that really touched home with a lot of our fans. So we wanted to share this video and then we'll talk on it.
Okay.
Okay, let her roll. Don't forget
So
the audio, Gaetan.
this is the video. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not. We did not produce the video.
Yeah, no, no.
We did broadcast the video. So let's see this video now.
Yeah, Eldad is he's the head of Hope for Paws. So Eldad and I received an urgent call that a home.
There
Whoop,
she is.
we rushed to South Los Angeles and found her alone by the side of the road.
Sing.
I searched for love when the night came and it closed in. I was alone, but you found me where I was hiding. And now I'll never ever be the same. It was the sweetest voice that called my name, saying, "You're not alone, for I am here. Let me wipe away your every fear. My love, I've never left your side. I have seen you through the darkest night. And I'm the one who's loved you all your life, all of your life." You cry yourself to sleep, 'cause the hurt is real and the pain cuts deep. All hope seems lost.
I think she likes you.
With heartache, your closest friend, and everyone else long gone. You've had to face the music on your own, but there is a sweeter song that calls you home. Say it, you're not alone, for I am here. Let me wipe away your every tear. My love, I've never left your side. I have seen you through the darkest night. And I'm the one who's loved you all your life, all your life. Faithful and true forever. Oh, my love will carry you. You're not alone, for I am here. Let me wipe away your every fear. Oh yeah, my love, I've never left your side. I have seen you through the darkest night, your darkest night. And I'm the one who's loved you all your life, all of your life.
Oh, see, how beautiful was that, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, every time we see that, we remember what happened on the show because it was just like all of the fans were crying, "Oh, I'm crying, I'm crying, I'm crying. I can't hold back the tears." And we realized that, when we see something like that, that helpless animal, when somebody does reach out in these wonderful organizations like Hope for Paws, when they reach out to help a dog like that, it's so rewarding. Not only is the dog help, but the wonderful contributing that these people do, the feeling that they get when they contribute. So we encourage people to want to foster and get involved. So that was just a beautiful video. Did anybody comment on that, Gaetan? I think they did. Let's see. Yeah, I think. Thank you for being parent. What did he say there?
Here,
Oh,
thank you
oh,
for being
parent.
the parents of dog across the globe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, that is really kind of like what we are. Come to think of it, yeah, well, we end up being the foster parents because we're showcasing everything. Oh, thank you. It was beautiful. Well, anyway, when we looked at these this empathy for dogs, we realized that the reason why people don't take action is because they're afraid. They're afraid to do anything because they don't want to get involved. They're worried about they have to spend money. They're going to have to go to the vet, take the dog, and there's always money associated with anything that's is helping the dog. So we say, listen, at least if you take the dog to the vet and you tell them that you're not, or better yet, sit there and wait with the dog so that they don't feel afraid or scared because they may have been hit, they may have been hurt, they may have been abused, and you stop the abuse. So you sit there and you wait with the dog. And if you have your cell phone, it's real easy to pick up your cell phone, say hello to animal control. That's how simple as that. We all can do that. We're not asking you to spend a dime. Spend some time with them so that you can help them. And for God's sake, if they're in the middle of the road because they got hit, it's okay to bring them on the side of the road. These are just small little actions that we can do. Again, the dog would feel safer. You see them shivering and they're scared. They don't know what to do. Just that touch. It's just a touch, a touch. Our touch means so much. So anyway, that's the most that we can really do. So are we any I look, we're getting a bunch of comments. Great. Oh, thank you, Grandmommy Kathy and Uncle Gaetan. Your papa grandpuppies. Oh, thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching. That's nice
Yeah,
of you.
I'm grandmummy. Great.
I'm
Mommy Kathy
uncle.
and
Hey,
Uncle
I'll
Gaetan. And
take
that's
it.
yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So then we can go to the next show now
yes, it's
that
time
we
for
reviewed.
the next topic.
The next topic, I mean, yeah, the next one was with Ellen and Barbara and Rico Lockwood. Rico is a complex rated therapy dog uh, for from the Canine Companions for Independence and for pet therapy. He works over at the Ronald McDonald House of Long Island, and he works other places, but he's been dedicated for years. And there was one little girl that he has been helping for the last 6 years now. I think Callie is 6 now, right? She was
5.
15 months old when she
Yeah.
started developing a problem which affected her her cheek and the inside of her mouth, and it's I forgot the name of the disease, but it was so devastating that Callie was always in pain. But once Rico came along, Rico would seek out Callie and he would know exactly how to help her with the pain. It was an amazing story, amazing. And we had the Ronald McDonald House, Mark Campo, who is the president there, or the executive director president. And Ellen did a great job of setting up everything for us. It was a beautiful show, no glitches. And we just want to show you some of the highlights of that show.
Well, there's
Oh,
two. Yeah, there's
two
two.
videos. Okay, yeah.
The what Kelly is suffering from is called the acronym is FACE, and it's a problem of uh, in the structure of the vein. Some part of is missing, and that's developed some form of tumor in the face. And that form of tumor, in their case, it's in the face. And that form of tumor put a pressure on nerves and create a unbelievable pain. So the first video is called Rico, and it's about because we I was first introduced to the subject of um the Rico, the service dog, and we get the right
The
spelling.
acronym, yeah.
The acronym is FACE, not FACE, but PHACE. And so we did the first video called Hero Rico, and in the video you'll see a little girl, and then we have a second clip. It's about that little girl and an interview we had with her mom Kathy and I. So let's see the first video, and it
Yeah,
will
and
be
let's talk in between about what the second video is
sure,
about.
because it will
Okay.
take us a little bit time for
Yeah.
requeuing the next one. So let's proceed with this and the sound, please.
Yes.
And here's the video I'm sharing. Uh,
Every time I see that, I start to cry. Hey, Ellen, did you get the tissues out too? Huh? I bet you did. Oh, that little girl. Now, the woman that you saw at the beginning, that's Ellen. That's Ellen Lockwood, of course. The dog is Rico, and Kelly has had so many different surgeries, and he's there. Ellen says, "Yeah, I love it. I love it." She's had so many different surgeries, and Ellen and her sister Barbara will go out of their way to make certain that I shouldn't say out of their way. They generously contribute their time and their effort to be with Callie every time that she is in the hospital, and they will go over leaps and bounds and really contribute. Their contribution is amazing. She's going to be seeing Callie next week. Well, actually, what happened was there was a time where we thought that Amber, who is Callie's mother, who Amber wasn't going to be able to come to New York because it was requiring a lot of financial commitments and she wasn't able to meet them. Amber, by the way, is a single mom. She's got 3 children that 2 of them are ill. Two of them are actually having surgery. One has a brain problem, and then there's Callie. So this mom has just shown such strength in doing whatever she can to help support the her daughter in any way possible. So what we've done now is, or what we did, is we came behind Amber and we wanted to support her, and that's where Gaetan's going to take it.
Yes. So we have this. This is a section of the show we did about Kelly with her mom, and we took the part there where her mom shares some anecdote about Kelly and the quality of child and quality of human being she is. So let's get to this video. And where is my video now? Ah, here it is.
And audio.
Yeah, yeah, here we are. Okay, here it is.
Do you have any anecdote about Kelly, how she behaved despite the face syndrome and her condition that make her like standing out?
Um, she doesn't let it get in her way. And she's always concerned about everybody else. A good example that I like to use is at Ronald McDonald House. Everyone's like, doesn't seem like she's sick. She doesn't seem like she just had treatment. She doesn't. Why are you guys still here if she's not or if she's feeling fantastic? And it's, she has to put on a good show because she doesn't want anybody to know that she's not doing well, because she wants everybody else to be good and happy. She wants to make everybody smile. But bless her heart, if we go up, it's, she's crying or mom, I don't feel good and stuff like that. She saves it until there's nobody else around, so that way she can make everybody smile. That's her. That's
So
her goal.
she has a brave face, right? And isn't there a story about? I know we said this on. Didn't she bring her some presents that she received and she gave them to the kids?
Well, at Ronald McDonald House, they threw a birthday party for her. I think it was her second birthday. Might have been her third. She spent every birthday pretty much at Ronald McDonald House. But at this particular birthday party, they had presents for her, and they had a private little area like for a birthday cake. And she requested that there be toys for the children that were there, and that she be able to give out her cake to everybody. That she didn't want to be the only one that was getting toys.
Aw, she's so sweet. So she's good. She's really good and compassionate. She's got a lot of compassion and empathy for other children too. Look,
She really does.
Yeah, and she was the poster child too here, huh? Tell us about this.
Well, that is actually, they make those for all the children that have face syndrome every year, for the Face Syndrome Awareness Week.
Oh, how great.
Yes. Because there's not a lot of people that have face syndrome. Since 2007, when it was founded, now it's up to all over the world about 700 cases.
Okay, well, isn't she the poster child for Ronald McDonald House on some cases too?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, her and Rico.
She's got a face that'll go a million miles.
Yeah, that's really good. That's good.
Will. Yes.
So there was one story that There was one story that I had heard that with the homeless guy.
Yes.
Tell me that story. Tell us that story.
Okay. We were at Penn Station, because if we don't drive, we take the train. And we were at Penn Station, and we were outside waiting for our car service. and we had our luggage and everything, and there was a homeless man that was asking people for money, and a group of men were like laughing and making fun of him and saying no, and telling him some pretty bad things. And Callie was right there. She had her little purse and she had $3 in it, and she took out $1 and
Oh,
she gave it to him. She said, "Excuse me, but I would like for you to have this," in front
oh,
of all of the people. And she she said, "Don't worry about what people say about you."
really? Oh my
Yes,
goodness, really?
yes. She said, "Don't worry about what people say about you," because she said, "I don't listen to anybody anymore either."
Wow. Oh,
So,
goosebumps. That's a goosebump moment.
yeah, it
Wow.
was a very, very proud mommy moment. Like,
Yeah.
she did it before I could even like say no, 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 or
Yeah.
we're at Penn Station. I don't let her walk away from me, but she just did it all on her own before I could even have any say in it at all.
Oh,
It was amazing. It really was.
This is why the first impression I got from her is she's not complaining about her situation. She's has a lot of seems to have a lot of empathy and sympathy for people around her. And this is another example that I was not aware of that, but it's very, very moving. A little girl taking $1 out of little allowance to help a homeless. That's amazing. That's very
yeah.
touching.
Yeah,
And and for me,
yeah,
she's a hero. Even before knowing that, when I saw the picture of her embracing other children, and comforting them, for me, she was a hero. She was people giving and giving, not asking or demanding or
Yeah.
looking for sympathy or poor little thing. Oh,
Yeah.
poor,
Well, look at
and she don't do anything like that. She don't behave like that. And despite her situation, she go out and reach out and comfort other children and people around her, which is something we need to salute. And that's why we're doing the show today.
right, because look, think about this. Here's a little girl that has been in pain, has been subjected to a lot of needles and invasions and everything else, and she does not feel she's entitled to anything. She's grateful for everything. What an example for kids to follow, especially in this day, with all
Adult
these
too.
teenagers. With it, what did you say?
Adult also.
Yeah, adults. Yeah. Well, everybody feels they're entitled to everything, with whether it be a job or food or healthcare or whatever it is. And here's a little girl that just is solely focused on grateful for what she has and
Mhm.
willing to give and share what she has with others.
That's
Perfect example. Kudos to you, Mama.
yes.
well,
Kudos to
thank
You
you.
must have something
thank
to do
you.
with that.
Yeah, you must have had a little bit to do with that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah.
Just at the we're almost at the end of our time. What is the pronostic for Cali?
Um, well, what she has is chronic.
Okay.
They started her on a medication. We were supposed to be down there tomorrow for an appointment, but it got moved until the 23rd. Um, just pulling her out of school emotionally wise, was going to be
Mm-hmm.
hard
Mm-hmm.
to pull her out of school so soon.
Yeah.
But um, we don't know what's to come. I at this point, there's so much to do that they don't know what order to do it in,
Okay.
and
There,
it's
there.
really becoming very kind of difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's no known cause and there's no remedies yet.
not at all. Because at least the part with the hemangiomas in the face, what causes that is the vessels are malformed. So it's a vascular issue as far as that part of the face syndrome goes.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't fix a vessel. What's wrong with it is you have three layers. You have the outer layer, you have the inner layer, which is muscle, and then I guess the interior layer. So
Mm-hmm.
she's missing muscle in some of those vessels.
Okay.
So they when
Burst.
they're going to retract and everything for the blood to pump through it, it doesn't pump through properly and it causes bubbles, kind of like tumors almost, to come off of the vessels.
Okay.
And it's got to be very painful.
It is. It is. She tries not to complain. She's limited to a lot of what she can do, but she pushes through it.
Yeah.
She pushes through it. That was a big thing with going into school, was what can she even participate in gym? And it's so hard to make that decision for a little girl who doesn't look like there's anything wrong with her.
Okay, so I'm going to share because we're going to, let me see here. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to share audio.
So that's, whoops.
Yeah. What?
I was about to say that was the same video we just saw.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Okay, so um, Kelly is still continuing to have these problems, and we support her, and we'll have more of her in our next season, which is season 2 is starting next week. And so I think we've got now the next topic is Dr. Rourke, Dr. Peter Rourke, one of our favorite guests of all time. Here's a physician that retired, and he had a plane. And what he decided he wanted to do was take his plane and use it to help transport dogs that were scheduled to be euthanized. And he actually found a way to in his plane to get up to 60 dogs in the plane. It was a cargo, or is a cargo plane. And he brings these dogs to different locations so that they will be safe. They're in different shelters, different rescue locations. So one of the things that he has done is he explained, we want to talk about why is he doing what he's doing. Gaetan, are we doing the video of him with the accident?
No, this is a part where you explain
Why he does it.
Right, why he
Yeah.
doesn't. I didn't
Okay.
include the part about the accident. The plane he's flying is a single engine plane. There's room for the pilot and the co-pilot, and the cargo area. It's a small. It's one of the smallest cargo plane you can get. There's enough room for one pilot, a co-pilot, and behind them, all the way to the end of the cargo area, there's room for 60 cages of for dogs. And what they are doing is nothing short of heroic.
Yeah.
The in recently, when just before you do the interview, or the day he did the interview with you, is he went through 4 different places. Do you remember where he went? He started from where? From New Mexico?
From Las Cruces, and then he went to Phoenix, and actually I don't remember. Am I bad? I
No,
don't
you're not bad.
remember.
So
I'm a senior. I'm entitled.
so he started like 4 in the morning, take off around 5 in the morning, 5:30, with a number of dogs. He went to Utah. I think he went to Minnesota. He went to, is that Alabama we went, or someplace Missouri, or someplace like that. He ended up in Phoenix, Arizona, in the same day, moving about 80 dogs.
Right, and then that's when he and I got together because I'm in Phoenix. Right.
That's correct. So this, at the end of it, is 4-stop tour that started at 5 in the morning. He took the time to give an interview with Kathy in Phoenix. So we'll listen to the part of the interview where he's talking about his commitment. And here's the video.
Audio.
What?
Audio.
Okay, it's there.
So, Peter, I want to ask you now, why do you do this? What is your passion about it? I know you love animals. I mean, I know you specifically are really crazy about dogs, but what motivates you the most? Is it the overpopulation? Is it the euthanasia? Is it, we talked about spay neuter? What is it that really is your passion?
Well, I'm filling in the gaps for a lot of these groups. Honestly, I didn't know what was going on myself until the summer of 2012, just how serious it was. And when you retire, you have to retire to something, or
Right, right, yeah.
and I just couldn't see retiring to a golf course. I mean, I just thought I had the time, the skills, the resources, and there was a need. Now, as an orthopedic surgeon, that was exactly what I was doing for all those years. I had the time, the resources, and the skills. So when people came to me for help, I was there. Was there to help. I never questioned it. You can ask my children how many times I got up from the dinner table and went out to the emergency room. So,
Yeah, yeah.
and then in the bigger picture, when I met Sharon, and it was jaw dropping. You know, it was. I thought I have to be part of this. I have to be part of the solution.
So that's
Yeah.
where he,
Go ahead.
he need. He, he said it very nicely. You need to be part of the solution, and
Right.
that's a lesson for everybody. We need to be part of the solution, not part of the problem.
Right. And also he's one another go giver. He moves forward and he does whatever is necessary. He's like a bulldozer. He doesn't care who's in his way. He will help a dog that is in need, and whenever it is. One of the things, the last thing I wanted to say on that is that there was a fire, or there was an accident, and a lot of the dogs were in transport, and a lot of the dogs got hurt, and there was no way for them to get to where they needed to go to. So Peter was asked if he would fire up his plane and help these animals. And he did at the spur of the moment, dropped everything and went out and did that. So that was one great show. The next one was this is now with Lon Hodge, right?
Yes, this is what.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, and it was about the service dog versus the fake service dog. This is a big, huge problem, folks, where people are getting these fake IDs
Mhm.
about their service dog. So are
Yeah.
we gonna? Okay,
Well, it's alarming. The In the past 2 years or 3 years, the number of people coming with a fake dog in the restaurant, in the general store, hardware store. Uh, I was at the rest as a fast food store, at a fast food place the other day, and a woman came with a dog with the saying a service dog. She cannot even get the dog to sit down.
hmm,
So, what kind of service dog is that? It's not a service dog. It's a fraud. It's
right,
taking advantage of people with disability. It's taking advantage of people in needs, and this the substitute the real need of real people with their service dog to their little me situation where they abuse the system, they lie to us, and they don't have any training, they don't have any skill, and sometimes it's turned out to be annoyance at least, and that can create or that create damage to the reputation of the real service dog, those who are there to really help and support people in needs. So we'll have this video.
I just wanted to add one more thing,
Sure.
folks. What you may not realize is that a service dog, if a dog that's potentially or supposedly is a service dog, and they attack a real service dog, and that service dog goes outside of commands and they break it, then they can lose their status, and the person that is having the dog to help them with their disabilities can no longer have that dog because they lose it,
Hmm.
and that's a shame. So that's one of the main reasons why we want to make certain that fake service dogs are out of the picture. And if you're ever around and you have someone that is a dog, try and step in front of it or something, but don't let that fake service dog interfere with what this dog who has a job to do is doing right now.
Yeah,
Hey, I see Sebastian's mom is here. Hi, 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 thank you.
I was about to say there's
That's Santosh.
yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I was about to say that the damage First, a service dog is trained between 15 to 24 months. Second, the dog go through a selection process, very, very severe. I would say one dog out of 20 or 25 or 100 will pass the test, depending on the specialty. And when the dog pass all the qualification and all the tests, then he's assigned to a person in need, a human in need. And that's cost, somebody said to me, that's cost between 30,000 to $50,000 to train a single dog for a single human being.
Right,
So
right.
when you have this little Chihuahua there, I don't have nothing about the Chihuahua race, but if
Yeah,
you have a small, any size dog who pretend to be a service dog or a comfort dog with the batch they buy for $25 on a web page, and they show in the restaurant and he attack a service dog, the service dog lost his license
hmm,
because he defended himself. He's out of the field of command, and a normal reaction when your life is in danger is to defend yourself. So if
right,
a pretending service dog, a fake service dog attack and bite a service dog, and that happened recently more than once, the service dog lost his license and can no longer be used as a service dog.
right.
So that's a shame. It's a lot of loss. Imagine you're a person with epilepsy, for instance, and your dog is there as a service dog, and we have an episode about epilepsy, a show about epilepsy a few weeks ago, a few months ago, and see what the dog did for the human there. He cleared a space around and uh, absorb the falling of the person. So the dog stand between the person and the floor. So when the person collapse as a seizure, the dog buffer the fall of the person. And this is like unbelievable. And this dog being attacked by a fake service dog, is out of commission. The person lost the service of that dog. And that's a shame. Sorry.
It's terrible. It's unbelievable, and
Yeah.
that's why we want to bring awareness so that people know that.
Yes. Let's
So,
see. Yeah. Let's see the video and what Lon Hodge do about say about it. Here it is.
okay.
Thanks.
A lot of veterans. I'll give you an example. They have a program in that we worked with for several years, and sometimes I think they're on hiatus right now, and it's called the Valor Program. And they would train veterans to train court case dogs to be better placed, with homes. And then some of the veterans actually as emotional support animals, where they've got something to come home to. They've got something, a lot of them have been either, well, they've had PTSD or they've had drug and alcohol problems or whatever the issue is, they're not close to a lot of people anymore. And so now they have a companion, somebody to come home to, something to look after, something to think about besides themselves. And it provides that kind of comfort that they need. And those dogs are not specially trained. I mean, they may have good citizen training, and with the Valor program, the dogs sit, stay, roll over, do all kinds of things because they were trained to do that. But that dog has no special training, really. That dog's there just to be a comfort to you. And that dog can't go out in public. But if your doctor says you need to have it, you can have it for, in public housing and things like that. Service dog is specifically trained to do tasks to mediate your disability. Like in Gander's case, sometimes opening doors, sometimes turning on lights, sometimes, waking me up, blocking and bracing, sometimes being a brace for me when I'm, when I'm off balance, that kind of thing. So, and it's a whole different bag. And unfortunately, a lot of people fake both of those. They want their dog in a housing area, so they get a doctor to write a letter, or they put a service dog vest on a dog that's not trained, and that's the bane of our existence. Every problem we have in the world every access problem we have is because somebody ahead of us has abused the Americans with Disabilities Act regulations and pushed the limit. They've had dogs that we've had hotel owners tell us that they've done millions of dollars worth of damage, over the years, and they're afraid to do anything because they don't want to run afoul of the ADA or the Department of Justice.
Some site would sell you for a fee a vest and make your dog so-called service dog or emotional support dog.
Yeah, those are all bogus, and there's some that try to act like they're better than others, or they'll ask you a series of questions. But it's simple: you lie, and you send in the thing, and you get your paperwork. But more and more companies are getting wise to that those are illegitimate. That chances are in 80 to 90% of the cases, if you have paperwork that registers or certifies your service dog, that it's probably not real. And now agencies like Gander's agency will give me a card, it's an ID card, but most of that I keep that with me, so in case something happens to me, they know who to contact, and they know the agency, and it's got an emergency contact and those kind of things. And it has ADA laws on the back that I can show to someone. But really, I've been moving away from that, because what I don't want is businesses asking other people with disabilities, hey, show me something that that proves he's a dog, because they can't legally do that. But we don't want to get into that either.
See, now what a valid point, huh?
Yes.
We love Lon here. We've done several shows with him. Lon is a veteran, and he has a service dog that is just phenomenal. And he goes around the country. He tells everyone about what it's like to have a service dog and what you need and how important it is. He's done a phenomenal work.
He's an example of selfless service.
Yes.
One of the things he told me, and he never asked money for the service. He technically is homeless. He is technically homeless. He has a car. He has now a trailer, and he don't have like a fixed residence. Sometimes he stay in a hotel at one place for 3 weeks and then move on to some other place. And he helped veteran. One of the place where he work a lot is in Colorado, in the Denver area, where he helped with the uh, I use veteran, and he helped other place too. So kudos to Lon. He has a lot of I have a lot of respect for him for what he's doing. Um, is a very unique individual, and so salute to him. When he spoke with experience, and he's well respected at many levels.
Yes, and his dog Gander won the Hero Award too. So he's just done a wonderful things, and you should see how he is with his dog folks. We talk at the Dog Connection about connecting with your dog. He treats Gander like Gander is his son. I mean, he's got pictures. He's got his arm around him. He talks to him like he's a human. And Gaetan said when he met Gander that Gander had the characteristics of an actual human, the way he interacted. Am I correct?
That's true.
Yeah.
He has Gander has a unique expression, and it remind me of one of the character from the Harry Potter
Yeah.
series. But my first initial reaction is that this is a human incarnated into a dog,
Yeah.
and hopefully will come back as a human and do
Okay.
service. Great.
Our next topic is service dogs, the canines in the military.
Mhm.
So what do we have on that, Gaetan?
Well, you know the story about the recent event where Baghdadi has been taken down,
Right.
and the story of the dog,
ISIS. Yeah.
ISIS leader, what is his name, Baghdadi,
Yeah.
has been taken down, and one of the key element in the process was a canine who, here he is back, a canine who sniff, and traced the leader of ISIS, and the leader of ISIS retreat into a tunnel and killed himself there. and the dog was make a figure public the day after the event. By
And they've kept his identity. And I say his because we don't know he or she, but we think it's a he.
Yeah,
We actually are going to follow up on this. We don't have all the details on it right now, but we will in the future because this is a good story, folks. Think of it. It's a canine
yeah.
who actually did this.
Led
Okay,
the troop to
right.
anyway.
Let
So
the
this is a report from ABC News on Monday of this week, October 20 something, 28th of October
21st. Oh no, I'm sorry.
28th.
Yeah, 28th.
This
That
one.
was last week.
Okay, let's see the video. Let's go there. Don't forget the tab for yeah. You're funny. Here we are.
You too. Don't forget the audio.
Da, 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 da. Okay.
To more on that hero dog that helped take down the leader of ISIS. Part of an elite group of canines trained in secret from a very young age to complete dangerous tasks that only can be done by man's best friend. Stephanie Ramos is here with more. Good morning, Stephanie.
Michael, good morning. There are nearly 2,000 dogs on assignment with service members from every branch of the military. Some of those dogs in special operations units working to complete some very dangerous missions. The Delta Force team on a top secret mission in Syria to find the world's most wanted terrorist had this dog by their side, a Belgian Malinois. We don't know its identity.
We're not releasing the name of the dog right now.
But we do know it is special and being called a hero in the military operation that ended in the death of ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi.
The military working dog performed a tremendous service, as they all do, in a variety of situations.
The president tweeting this picture Monday. White House officials tell ABC News the dog will likely get an official invite to visit the White House.
A dog, a beautiful dog, a talented dog. We had nobody even hurt. And that's why the dog was so great.
Military working dogs with special operation units are capable of doing more than the average military working dog. These are dogs that parachute out of military aircraft, many of them equipped with goggles, infrared mounted live cameras, waterproof body gear that can be resistant to bullets, shrapnel, and knife attacks. And the dog used in Sunday's raid isn't the first Belgian Malinois to take part in a large-scale terrorist operation. In 2011, Cairo, the same breed, worked with the Navy's SEAL Team 6 to find and kill al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. His service immortalized on the silver screen in the film Zero Dark 30. These military working dogs proving to be more than just man's best friend. And while the Pentagon says the canine commando from this past weekend's raid was slightly injured by the blast, the dog is back at work in the region with its handler. But this dog's so smart. And usually these dogs are seen as force multipliers because their senses are much more sensitive than a human's.
So smart. You said it. Really amazing. Thanks, Stephanie.
We're back.
Remarkable. Wow. Totally remarkable. Like we said, folks, we'll have more on that in a coming show. Now we want to talk about thank you for your services.
Yes.
Is that my favorite video you're talking about? Is that it? Gaetan is a wonderful video producer, and he put this video together, and there's a certain part in there, and I'm not even going to mention when, but when it gets to that point where you get the goosebumps and the butterflies in your stomach, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Hi, Nick.
Okay.
Okay. All
All
right. Is everyone still there? We don't see any comments.
Well, we have comments are coming one.
Yeah.
I think they are captivated by the video we show.
Okay.
So that's a good thing. But you can manifest your presence also.
Okay.
So let's go
thanks.
for this video. Thank you for your service, and we'll have a conversation after that.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Here we are.
Take down the Nick's name there too.
It will come out. Yes.
Okay. Whoops. Hey, Gaetan. That one gets me all the time. That's my all-time favorite. Gaetan, excellent job. Well, I think now we're going to talk about what our topics are for the coming season. I
Yes.
know that you're going to be doing something very interesting, which we really enjoy. Gaetan is going to be following a handler who, and we're not really sure exactly how it's going to work out, but it could be a handler who is training a service dog or a guide dog or a hearing dog or a any type of an assistance dog, and he's going to be following them from when, Gaetan, from the minute they start
Yeah.
training.
Right. The plan is the moment the puppy is selected for training until the moment the trained puppy dog is surrender to the person in need. And we don't know what will be the dog final mission or service. But the way it proceeds, they have a number of puppies. Let's say they start with 10 puppies, and they started training, and they see as they progress how the puppies react to the training. As they see the quality of the puppy, then they start specializing one puppy on a specific task and a specific training. And our goal is to follow the progress month after month after month. So it's an ambitious process project to go and follow puppies and the trainer for 18 to 24 months coming. So we plan for once a month to first start by introducing the handler, introducing the puppies, and out of the puppies, see which one, like 6 months down the road or 4 months down the road, which one seems to have the quality. And then we'll follow two or three, and then we follow one, and then this one become the specialized service dog for a specific um, task. So
It,
that's our ambition for the season 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the show.
right, right. And will actually be that will be a series,
Yeah,
which means you'll follow along with that, the progression of it.
yeah.
Right now, the difference is that some are episodes and some are series. Episodes are specific to one topic. A series is a continuous topic all the way along. Speaking of that, in season 2, we'll be having a series of Crossing Rainbow Bridge. And I don't have to say any more about that. That's just about what happens when dogs pass and what happens to the human and where's the connection? How does it continue to keep carrying on?
Mm-hmm.
And then another subject we'll be having is the battered woman that went through a battered marriage or a battered relationship
Mm-hmm.
and had a dog with them during that time. What are some of the resources that they can go through to help them and help their dog be in a safe place as well? And also how the dog has helped the woman in many cases. So actually, the first story is going to be about me because that's a personal experience that I had. So we will be showcasing that, and we've got so many other wonderful things we have through the help from Ellen. She has helped us with so many resources from some military heroes that have written books, many authors
Mhm.
that have written books about dogs, and war heroes all the way down the line. We want to showcase them so that they can help along. And then we've got some sponsors that will be bringing forward and showing you how they develop their products from a empathetic and compassionate standpoint that will help dogs. And they're going to get that stamp of approval from the dog influencer, which is me, Kathy Tarochione. So they'll be getting that stamp of approval on their product, so you can know that it's a safe product to buy or purchase for yourself or for your canine.
Yes.
Okay.
We have
So,
more topic. When I started the series, the research in the series, I identify about 24 different type of service dog. We did cover about 6 so far in 6 months. So we have a lot of service dog, specialized service dog to cover and to have live experience. I'm also looking to have interaction with veterinarian who take care of the health of dogs, and we will have some topic on that. So you can expect some of these things to be appear in the next season.
right.
So we have a lot of work in front of us, and we're right now we're broadcasting on the streaming on Facebook, the Good Dog Day Show, and on YouTube, the Good Dog Day Show channel. And so let us know your feedback, and we do that for you. We don't do that for ourselves. It's pointless to do a live broadcast and nobody's interested or nobody want to do it or watch it. Your presence, your feedback, your reaction is fueling our energy and our interest in pursuing the show and pursuing all the aspect of a service dog and the dog as a companion for us human. And the reason why I get involved in the show, like I said before, is
Because of me.
yes, thank you, Kathy. Okay, here's the story. Kathy
Me.
contacted me one day, and I will be very truth with you. And she's
We've known
contact
each other for many years.
yeah, yeah,
He's
like 20 years,
more than that.
30 years,
Yeah.
1997. Anyway,
Yeah.
so one day she contacted me like 5 years, 4 years ago, and she said, "Gaetan, I would like to do a show about dog." And I went like, mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Uh,
And then she sent me a small video, and I look at the video. I say, got it.
yeah.
I'm going to use the service dog as an example of service to humanity for you other human to follow the example.
Hmm.
You know, in one episode we were talking about the dog, which is the only thing he's doing is present. Human will be visiting a malade or somebody was sick. Sorry, I said malade. It's a French word. Somebody was sick, and it will start telling, "Oh, you do this, you do that. Oh, to take care of you do this, blah blah blah." The guy is sick. Give him a break, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't punch on the poor person by putting pressure and imposing your view on him or her. Give them a break. Just be there. Be present.
Right.
And that's as much more value than any advice you can give out of your grandma or your uncle or your niece or whoever, whatever it's coming from, or worse. Oh, I saw that on the internet. I
Yeah.
think it's a good thing for you.
Yeah.
No, give a break. So, example of dog, they are present. They don't impose anything to anybody. They are just there for bring you in a present moment, take you out of your misery, take you out of thinking about the past or thinking about the future and wondering about this and wondering about that. Dog bring you like here and now. So, human, get in the present. Don't be a burden for other human
Yeah.
who are in needs of support and comfort.
Yeah.
Oh,
And can you think of a better model?
Kathy,
Seriously, no, seriously, a role model. A dog has unconditional love. They never tell your secrets. You
no.
can. They don't care what you look like, what you smell like, what you eat, how much money you have. They don't care about anything. All they care about is that they can do their job, which is to protect you and to be a companion to you, and whatever other job you give them, and to have unconditional love in return, just like they give to you. So it's a mutual contribution to the well being of each other. What a great connection and the perfect connection. That's why it's man's best friend and woman's best friend, a dog. Dog spelled backwards is God
Yes.
and very godlike. Okay.
Yes. Thank you,
I guess
Kathy.
that's it. Thank you, Gaetan. What a great show. Thanks,
Th-
everyone, for joining us. And we look forward to you joining us next week and the beginning of our season 2.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Have a wonderful weekend, guys.
See you
Bye-bye.
soon. Bye bye.
Bye.
This is our exo.
Ex-